I'm your host Lida, and today's episode is special because it is our holiday edition. Business is still moving, deadlines are louder, and this is a season where we are starting thinking bigger about what we are building, how we are leading, and whether our careers are actually working for our lives. And I couldn't imagine having this conversation with anyone else but my bestie Margo. Margo is one of those people who makes logistics feel clear when everyone else makes it complicated. She is a vice president in supply chain and helps companies simplify operations, reduce cost, and scale without chaos. And she does it with confidence and with heart. We are talking about leadership, being a woman in logistics, setting bold goals, and building a career that doesn't burn you out or pull you away from what matters the most. So, welcome to your Bestie in Freight podcast, Margo. I'm so excited to have you.
Thank you for having me. I appreciate it. It's been years. We've been connected for years now.
Yes, and we actually met in person once, and that's how we became besties, right?
Absolutely. I mean, it just, it's interesting stepping into this new role at Weber has been a total career upgrade. And with the constant market shifting and capacities tightening and import spikes and things that even happen at the ports, like did you see on the news like there was a fire and um, we had containers fall into the water? So
Wow.
it just, yeah, it could be chaotic, but at Weber we handle the volatility. It's supporting the solutions. It's what we do. So I just love that you're dressed as Santa.
Yes, today Santa is gonna ask you questions, okay? Are you ready?
I am totally ready. I'm excited. I wish I could remember what year it was that you were on Cargo Margo. I can't. It's just time flies.
Margo, I was like maybe 3 years ago, but we met in person, I think last year when you came to South Carolina, and we had a dinner. It was me, you, and my daughter. So it was amazing. So, Margo, it's a holiday season, and as you said, it is busy, chaotic, and of course, beautiful. How does this time of year look for you personally and professionally?
It's absolutely chaotic. The first thing that comes to my mind is Elf on the Shelf. It's that thing that wakes you up in the middle of the night and jolts you out of bed. You jump downstairs, or if you're in a single story, across the room, whatever, I don't know. But you're hiding this elf, and it's a surprise for your little people, your customers, the people that you love the most, your family. And so I just feel like it's very elf on the shelf vibes this year. A lot of navigation, a lot of uncertainty. We're constantly pivoting. I mean, but to answer your question, it's wild. It's crazy. It's difficult, but it's fabulous at the same time. Uh, it's just not easy being married, having kids, and having a career. It's nuts.
It's nuts, I know. So, next question. What is one thing you used to stress about during the holidays that you better let it go this year? Or what did you already let it go?
I would say part of the perfectionism that I have towards the holiday season and making sure that it's everything to everyone. Sometimes then will stretch myself a little too thin. I might not ask for help. And so I think slowing down, being present, and honoring yourself in all of that, because it's very magical and it's a hard time as well, right? If you've ever lost a loved one, this time can uh, surface many different layers and emotions. So I believe that grace and compassion can really give you a long runway, and put you into a prosperous new year.
I agree. As a woman, we always want to be like perfect, right? Perfect wrapped up gifts and, everything on time, perfect food. But sometimes we just need to do our best and be graceful. I love your answer. So, how do you protect your peace when freight doesn't magically slow down just because it is December?
Boundaries are very important. So, being involved in a lot of different organizations, leading, customer solutions here at Weber. Gonna turn my phone on silent. It's crazy right now. I think after this podcast, there's the LA Air Cargo party, and then I'm going to be in Rancho Cucamonga for a customer tour. So it is. It's just crazy. But what was your question again? I'm so sorry. Okay, so creating boundaries. So putting my phone on silent, that was creating a boundary. That's something that I suggest.
Yes, exactly. So this podcast, I'm not gonna ask you typical question. How did you start it in logistics? You know, the ones that everyone is asking. Sometimes I also ask my other guests. I want to ask like deeper questions and more for the goals and what is in the future. And as a woman in logistics, and you are VP in supply chain, and absolutely, you are winning in your career? What's something people still underestimate about women in logistics?
Our resilience, uh, the ability to constantly get knocked down, knocked around, uh, thrown in so many different directions when you think about the ocean, the waves, the water, but our resilience to be able to swim through all of that, navigate, flow with it, and still come out on top. That's everything, because uh, life, we all have a deck of cards we're dealt. They're not perfect, right? But it's how you play them. And that's really part of being resilient is playing your cards right in your favor. Um, Almost like there's something very personal to me about the animal, the bison, a buffalo. It's the only animal that will look towards a storm and just go straight through it, and it doesn't stop. Everyone else, all the other animals, they run from it, they try to hide, and they die.
Wow.
So I think just the resilience of seeing that storm, that water, however you want to describe it, whatever it looks like in your life, and just going the fuck through it.
I agree. And you answered it like a typical Cancer. So, me and Margo, we are water signs, July girls, right? And of course, she needs to bring the ocean wave example, right? Okay, Margo,
Totally
what is
emotional.
one moment in your career where you were like, oh, I belong here?
Here at Weber.
Oh, I love
I
that.
I am so happy. Dave Sosnowski, our chief commercial officer, my boss. Dave, thank you so much. I don't know if he's traveling right now, but I appreciate him so much. And the team here at Weber, how supportive they are. It's great. Our new CEO, Cliff, he's absolutely fabulous. I feel very safe in the right hands. Our visions align. It's great. I'm so happy to be here. And I was just on a podcast, and there's some content that I'm so scared. I can't put it out, but it talked about a position I was in that was like, because the grass is always greener, right? Well, for me, it's been always greener. And then I made this change and it wasn't greener. And it was one of the hardest things I've ever gone through. So
Wow.
there's some content. I don't know. I'll send it to you. You can look at it. I don't know if I'm ready to put it out there. It's because I don't want to come off as like I'm whining, but I feel like it's really important. Like it's not like, oh, Weber's so great and this is so perfect, but like, yeah, no, it was really hard. Like there was some storms before this, and it wasn't just all guys. So I don't know why I humbly have to say that. Like
No,
I don't want
I
everyone to
love
be
it
like, oh, like,
honestly. And of course, storms. Ocean always has storms, right? And I love the fact that you said that they say the grass is always greener and it has been greener for you, but this one time it was not greener, but you turned it to greener, right? So I like it. I guess,
yeah, it's
there's a new
you
thought.
don't. And I had to admit, I'm a master communicator, right? I think I'm a master communicator. I can read people. I just know. And
Mhm.
then you get like, just like I want to say blindsided and humbled. And you're like, whoa, I did not expect that. And I really don't know certain things. And I just, it keeps you on your game and you either sink or swim. And I'm not sinking. I have 20 plus more years in this industry. I'm obsessed with it. I love it. I just, no. So to answer your question, I here at Weber, it's I love it. I love it here. We're doing such great things. I'm so excited for my customers. I'm, hoping they feel as safe as I do. So thank you.
Margo, tell me, what advice would you give to women trying to balance ambition, success, motherhood, and still showing up for family without burning out or feeling guilty?
Lita, like I don't even think I'm qualified to answer this.
No one is qualified, but you have to try.
So
I know it's
it's
a
crazy. Like
difficult
I'm
one.
thinking, okay, so I'm thinking all these thoughts. Like part of me thinks about that whole, okay, I'm going to get kind of mean girl. Oh, you better make sure that you pick the right person you marry because it's the most important decision you'll ever make. Like, I don't like seeing that. Sometimes it stresses me out because I don't always feel like I'm in the perfect marriage. And then the other thing is, there's just the layers to like attorneys, therapists. Like I've had some great experiences and then some experiences that made me think like my circle is really professional and I can get a lot out of the connections, the tribes, that I've made. I don't know. I don't know how to answer that because I feel like I'm an okay mom. Like I think that, I could do the bedtime stories. I love my girls more than anything in the world. But I don't know. I don't feel like I don't even know. And then being a wife, like that's so hard too. I love the work stuff. Like I can answer the work questions, like I can control work stuff, like but like your kids, you can't control your husband, like you can't those are so many uncontrollables, assumptions, like it's hard for me to navigate. Obviously, like we're emotional, but I'm really stumped on this question. Are we live?
We are alive, Margot. And actually, when I was questioning myself as a mom, I have done some research, and then it says that if you are questioning yourself as if you are a good mom or not, then you are an amazing mom. So just rest, okay? I know
I
it's
know
difficult.
I do have to admit, there's times the elf on the shelf didn't move. The tooth fairy was late. She wrote a note, like, sorry, she was got tied up at a conference. But like, it's I don't even know. I have 3 kids. Like I,
That's amazing. And they're all girls, right?
they are, and they're so strong. They're hardcore negotiators. They're
Like
honor
their
roll. They're
mama.
just like they're amazing. I'm so lucky. Sometimes I'm like, God has blessed me in so many ways. And I'm so thankful. That's where it's at, right, Lita? Like it's not even, I try to do the best I can. I'm learning so much and having 3 beautiful girls. They're so different in their own way, and so like with people, it's a process, and I talk to them a lot. I believe in mental agility coaches for children. I think that's a great option. It's a great support, especially because all my girls love to talk about their drama, but I don't know. I'm an emotional cancer, but I don't like the like gossipy drama. I'm kind of more like I was raised with all brothers. Like my mom was a VP of the union. My dad was in sit. Like I feel like I have more masculine energy. Does that make I don't know. I'm rambling.
No, I mean, you are being honest, and there is nothing wrong with that. And you have been, of course, I consider sometimes myself, being in male-dominated industry, talking with males all the time, and running business, it requires, a lot of masculine skills. I know there is a big trend in social media, use your feminine energy, blah, blah, blah. But like, I think that's just fairy tale, you have to be strong, and this is a masculine trait. You have to be resilient, of course. So I think that women have very big resilience, and there are like combination of both. So I appreciate, and I think our audience will appreciate your honesty, because we are not here to show that we are perfect, because no one is perfect. Even though in social media everyone looks perfect or tries to show their perfect side, but we all know that that's not true. But now let's talk about something that is kind of perfect. You applied for Master of Science in Digital Media Management and your post went viral. I would say everyone was so happy for you, congratulating you. So tell me, how did it happen? Why you decided to continue your education? How is it going?
I'll start on a funny note. So the University, Southern California, I'm a SoCal girl, beach girl my whole life. Really proud to be a Trojan. I've never been a part of a cult, like or anything like that. I know some people that have dabbled, whatever. Anyways, I feel like I'm kind of a part of a cult, but it's like a good one, like a safe, like healthy one.
Mm-hmm.
I just there's so many, fellow Trojans that reach out and it's just the support is wonderful. So the networking aspect, that's the first thing that I have to share. I love it. You know, my brain feels like it's going through a power washing. 20 years later, going to school, my class, they're amazing. I collaborate with them. I ask them questions. I apply all of this to Weber Life, Cargo Margo, my jewelry company. My jewelry company is really it's on hold. It's a hobby at this point. But so Weber and learning about AI, the digital media management, UGC, tactics on platforms, your MarTech stack, what's your sales marketing stack. It's just important as your WMS, your TMS, all those things. So I learn something every day. I mean, it's just the classes are great. I'd love to share them. I'd love to do something with you where, we go over like a cool topic or article or, we're talking about Duolingo right now. I don't know if you've seen any of their social ads, Duolingo.
Mm-hmm.
So they're really great at like just fun videos and brand buzz and understanding platforms. I think that's really important and for me, fishing where the fish are, where are we meeting our customers? I want to meet them on LinkedIn. They're usually reading articles. Yeah, you could put some effort into the TikTok to the gram, but I just feel like for what I'm doing with Weber Logistics, LinkedIn, these podcasts. I mean, this is the place people are tuning into. Then you pull those micro clips and you get them running. I mean, I don't know how you do it, Lita. Like I'm glad that I can come on this and talk to you. I what you do in the background is so much. Like I don't know that people, I mean, because people in my master's class are doing their capstone on a podcast. Like, how do I create a podcast? I'm thinking, like, it's easy, right? Like, but it's not. It's not because it's for us. We've been doing it, but yeah, you're amazing. So
Thank you.
totally
Well,
amazing.
even for us, it's not easy. My technology was failing me. I couldn't connect my microphone and my external iPhone that I'm using as a camera. So it's just like
My
constant battle.
background.
Yes, your background, and everyone was like, check the settings. Like I know how to check the settings. I checked the settings. It was something else. So it turned out that I had to change this wire. I had to replace it. So it started working. But like it looks amazing. I don't know why it was not working. So yes, it's just like it's always something going on behind the background.
And I'm not wearing my headset, and I normally always do, but I didn't want to like. I was trying not to like mess up my hair. Like these are just some of the things that
I
we
know,
do.
no, this is beautiful. So again, like we are July girls, right? And I think that's a reason we clicked instantly. But do you feel like birthdays in July brings that certain bold, go bigger energy?
Absolutely. You know what's weird though? So
What?
we're supposed to be like extremely sensitive, emotional, like empathetic. And I
We
like
are.
I'm an ENTP and then I did my Clifton strengths and it shows empathy like super low.
Oh, really? No, I was
Yeah, it's
in
weird.
nursing school. My empathy was super high. I couldn't continue because I was crying with every patient.
That's why I couldn't no, there's no way I can't even watch it like on a personal note. My movies are like comedies, rom-coms, and anything scary or sad, like I just get like yeah, it like depresses me.
Yeah, the same. I
Mhm.
see it in my dreams. Like if I see something
Mhm.
like scary, I never watch scary movies because I cannot. But when I was going in nursing school, it was too emotional for me. I couldn't handle
Aw.
it. Yeah, I was crying every day.
Yeah, I can't do blood, like, and just yeah, supply chain, it's interesting. You would think that there's points where we're dealing with like body parts and different things just because, but there's so much money behind those containers.
Yep. So, Margot, tell us again, let's go back to Weber Logistics. So, if someone wants to progress in their career, how do they do it, especially like women? You mentioned that you have been, of course, 20 years in this, and of course, it's not going to happen over time. But what are the steps that you would love women do more and, put themselves out there to grow in their career in 2026?
Please invest in yourself. I definitely love my Louis Vuitton purses. I love getting my nails done, and it's just obviously, all the fun things. I think though, if you can put aside a budget for yourself, like in creating content, um,
Self
just anything that's
education.
gonna absolutely, I that would be my thing. Just really important, invest in yourself and your brand, and your organization is gonna love you for it. Invest in
Exactly.
yourself. Public
Margot.
speaking, something comedy, like learning comedy is important.
Yeah, really. I
Mhm.
have to check it out. Margot, so let's go back again, Weber, right? What makes it different when it comes to warehousing, transportation, and drayage? Because I know you love that company. Tell us what is different about Weber.
The market is always shifting. So when, I mentioned this earlier. So when imports are spiking, or there's issues with chassis, which we know, I mean, I drove over the Vincent Thomas Bridge almost every day this past week. And there's a lot of chassis, but things happen, capacity tightens, driver issues, warehouses can fill overnight, uh, but Weber's built to handle that volatility. We're asset based, strategically located locations, a lot of racking. Our IT, oh gosh, our systems are just they're great. And when we look at our organization, we're always looking to lean up, make changes that really make sense so that we can invest in our customers and solution for them. Uh, you know, if I saw a comment, so I have to say this because it ties in. So I saw a comment that said, "Margo, could you give me a piece of freight strategy, like advice?" They
Mm-hmm.
said, and this is what it would be, and this is why I love Weber, and I'm, obviously successful here, onboarding customers. Other customers we're talking.
Mm-hmm.
It would be this: partner with someone who knows how to navigate their own organization on your behalf. Not just an account manager, no, someone that can move internally, solve problems behind the scene, and align ops, pricing, IT. So you're not chasing five different people, and then that solution is supported. Internal buy-in. I always talk about this. You could pull my content from years ago, and you're gonna be like, dude, she's saying the same thing. Yeah, because it's true. You can't internally sell. You're like, really? So, having that internal support, the C-suite being behind you, is is where it happens, and you would be so surprised. It's not always like that. There's different agendas. There's things that go on people's personal lives, and you know what? Women handle it well. We handle it really well, and I see that. So. Being able to juggle the family, being able to take that time off, right? So missing birthdays, graduations,
Mm-hmm.
family time. Like my CEO, my CCO, they're going to do that. They're going to go out and they're going to solution and be there for the customer. So I just that's hard to find. So That's my piece of advice that also ties into why Weber is such a strong player and partner. Warehousing, transload, drayage, transportation, temp controlled, rail access. Um,
I love it. I
yeah.
love it. And I'm checking the comments. Shout out to Javier Vera. He commented like he 50 comments. You know him, right? From Cool
Aw.
Club.
I
Cool
don't
Club
know
is the best.
Javier.
You
Who's
have to.
Javier? No, I'm
Yes.
just kidding.
Yes.
I love Javier. So no, so he is a brother from another mother. He's his own little, I say little because it's enduring. Like, but like he's his own force and energy, and this mic is driving me freaking nuts. But
Yes.
yeah, he's great. And I'm actually supposed to see him like right now. I think the LA cargo event starts now, but I'm so no worries. But like yeah, he's great. No, what were the comments? Keep telling me. Sorry, I'm ADHD.
No, it's like he's just saying beautiful life, my brain rumbling, good loves me, God loves me, a lot of stuff. But Margo, so we're gonna keep it quick. A few questions about next year, okay? What is one intention you are setting for yourself next year?
So so I feel like it's a beginning of a bunch of chapters. It's definitely not the peak.
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to take care of myself. So business first always. But I'm definitely going to add in more spin classes. I'm going to start working out. I'm going to take care of my body. So that for me is really important. And even putting that out there, everyone hold me accountable. If, I'm at an event and I'm downing, chocolate cake, someone stop me.
Well, that's not me because I'm gonna eat with you chocolate cake. You cannot stop me eating cake. So you better ask other people, okay? Okay, Margot, now we have a fun rapid fire question in the end. Are you ready?
Oh my gosh, I was born ready.
Okay, perfect. So, what is harder in logistics, holidays or peak season?
For me personally, or like from a like
In
a
logistics.
I would say this is a good one, but peak season if you don't have customers offsetting those peak seasons, right? Because labor, right? Labor and equipment and balancing that.
Mm-hmm.
Holidays, I mean, you have surges, but to me, the customer's peak is always different. So just making sure that you have those aligned in a building. So good solutioning, good design, I think goes back to that. But that's what I would say.
Okay. One thing that always breaks during the holiday.
My lip liner,
Okay. Biggest holiday myth shippers believe.
capacity issues,
One boundary you protect more in Q4.
my health,
Best decision you made this year, 2025.
Weber.
One thing you are leaving in 2025.
There's like a
There is more? Okay, one focus
wait,
you are
no, wait, hold on,
carrying.
no. Wait, one thing I want to leave.
Yes, you are leaving already. Leaving behind 2025.
uh, People that don't have the same vision for the future. Like I'm very futuristic. Like if you don't want to move forward, you don't want to help me move forward. You're just like,
Okay.
stuck in your. Yeah, I'm leaving. I'm leaving stale energy.
One focus you are carrying into next year.
My personal health.
Perfect. Margot, thank you so much. Truly, this conversation was so real, which I knew, and grounding, and exactly what this season calls for. My biggest takeaway from today is just simple. You can build a powerful career, set ambitious goals, and still stay connected to what matters most. And you don't have to choose one or the other. And to everyone listening, this season doesn't slow business down, it just takes the noise louder, and that's usually when the right questions show up: where you are going, how you are leading, and what kind of life you are building alongside your work. So, thank you so much for tuning in and spending part of your holiday season with us. And happy holidays from your bestie in Freight. And I will see you in the next episode next year. Thank you, Margot.
Thank you.